So let's take it to our panelists. An important election there for the Congress party. The question is, will it change anything? Joining us to discuss this is Sandip Ghose, an author, Ashutosh, political analyst, joining us, and George Kurian, a political analyst, also with us. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for speaking with Mirror Now this afternoon. George Kurian, to you first. Can and will this election bring about any change within the Congress party? Kharge is a clear favorite in this contest. You know, if he wins, what do you see as the future of the Congress party? Mr. Kurian, can you hear me? All right, let me take that question. Let me take that question to Ashutosh. Ashutosh, if you can hear me, tell me, what do you think? Can and will this election bring about any change within the Congress party?
See, it's very difficult to say that what kind of change it will bring to the Congress party, but certainly there is certain movement in the Congress party. And if you look at for the last 6 months, Congress has been taking small steps. And in that direction, I think it is a good move on behalf of the Congress party. Any election, whether in the Congress party or any other political party, is always a welcome change, because Congress has been blamed for only the Nehru Gandhi family is become the party president. So at least it will now onward there won't be that kind of criticism. But to imagine that this election will change drastically everything for the Congress party and everything will be hunky-dory in future, I don't think that that kind of imagination should take place. It will have some effect, but to improve Congress and to reach to its old glory, it will take a very, very long time.
Sandip Ghose, let me bring you in this conversation. The fact that the Congress is having an election, the odds may not be in favor of Shashi Tharoor, but he is putting up a fight. The fact that elections are happening, isn't that a step in the forward direction for the Congress's revival journey? It may not be enough, but it is at least a step forward.
Without getting into the revival part of a revival journey, it is certainly a step forward. Whether it has happened by design or by default, I think a lot of people were not expecting Shashi Tharoor to continue the contest. They were expecting him to back off. In fact, there were suggestions from some Congress leaders that he should, step down in favor of Mallikarjun Kharge, since he was, by all accounts, the official candidate. The fact that he continued to contest, there has been, even it's a limited groundswell, there has been some rallying around him. You find young leaders like Karti Chidambaram openly supporting him on social media and otherwise, and there are many others. So that shows that there is some movement within the Congress, and that is something I think is, you might call it, green shoots of that kind. And if Kharge gets elected, and which he will most probably, the other bit is, you see, he will not be able to shake off the Gandhi connections, which he's not even trying to. He's very clearly saying that even now the Gandhi should be the president and he would work under their guidance, blah, blah. So whatever happens next, what I'm getting at is, if there is, say, a reversal in Gujarat election, Himachal election, and the rest, despite everything that's happening on the Bharat Euro Yatra, the Gandhis will not be able to absolve themselves of all the blame. And then you might find further momentum gathering about this kind of a counter move, that there is actually a genuine alternate leadership emerging within the Congress.
All right, Ashutosh, let's talk about the candidates themselves, Kharge and Tharoor's vision for the Congress party. Now, in the run-up to these elections, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge had said that the party loyalists will be given preference in all important positions. He promised reimagining and realigning the vision, mission and hierarchy of all the frontal organizations and preparing a smooth transition. That's what he said. Now, Shashi Tharoor has given or spoken about decentralization of powers and a strengthening party at the booth level, saying that we need to reform the way our party functions. We need to bring young people in the party and give them real authority, also respect the long-serving Karyakartas. So given these statements, who do you think is the better deal for the Congress party? Who will win? I think is a foregone conclusion at the moment, but who is a better deal for the party?
Rohit, I think we all are going to be unfair with Shashi Tharoor for the simple reason. But election is not about the vision. Election is not about who is coming and who is going. Election is all about acceptability. Unfortunately, Shashi Tharoor doesn't have that kind of acceptability, even in a state like Kerala, from where he belongs, and he has been a member of parliament for the last three terms. But his acceptability is very, very limited. Whereas Kharge, being a very senior person and a very old in that sense, he is a totally non-controversial candidate. In fact, even in the Karnataka, he's not into any kind of controversy. He was one of those who should have been the Chief Minister of Karnataka, but he never complained about it. So that way, I think Kharge is a better candidate just because of the acceptability factor. Second thing which is important is that Kharge, for all reasons, looks to be a candidate which can unify. Because right now, the biggest crisis the Congress party is facing, that the people are leaving Congress party. Young or old, they are leaving in bulk. So his main task will be to stop this exodus. And if there is any complaint, any crisis, he has the stature and he can talk to the people and convince them not to leave. Unfortunately, Shashi Tharoor, being a good candidate and has vision, but his acceptability is something which goes against him.
All right, Sandeep Singh, political analyst, also with us. Sandeep, you know, one of the problems that ails the Congress party is that the state units always complain that central leadership doesn't listen to them. The state units know the ground reality, but decisions are always taken at the top. Can that change with these elections?
देखिए, जिस तरीके से आज चुनाव हो रहा है, वो एक लोकतंत्र की खूबसूरती आपने देखा होगा। राहुल गांधी जी को लाइन में लगते हुए, राहुल गांधी जी ने लाइन में लगते हुए चुनाव वोट डाला है। सोनिया गांधी जी ने, प्रियंका गांधी जी ने अपना वोट डाला है। और जो आप कह रहे हैं कि वो बात सुनी जाएगी कि नहीं सुनी जाएगी, देखिए, जब बदलाव होगा और जो बदलाव के साथ कांग्रेस पार्टी और पूरा संगठन एक मजबूती से उभर कर आएगा। चाहे मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे जी बने या शशि थरूर जी बने, कांग्रेस इससे मजबूत होगी और कांग्रेस के अंदर जो नए युवाओं की, नए दलित, पिछड़े, अल्पसंख्यकों की आवाज, वो और मजबूती से हम लोग उठा पाएंगे।
लेकिन ये बताइए कि जो गांधी का इम्प्रिंट है, कैन इफ मिस्टर खड़गे विंस, अगर खड़गे जी जो फेवरेट हैं इस इलेक्शन में, वो जीतते हैं, तो कैन ही शेक ऑफ द गांधी इम्प्रिंट? एज संदीप घोष वाज सेइंग दैट वुड बी वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू शेक ऑफ द गांधी कनेक्शन।
देखिए, जो ये लोकतंत्र की प्रक्रिया है, इसमें जो आप कनेक्शन की बात कर रहे हैं, बिल्कुल निष्पक्ष चुनाव है। किसी भी तरीके से आप पहले जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी कहती थी कि नहीं, गांधी परिवार का ही अध्यक्ष बनेगा, गांधी परिवार का ही अध्यक्ष बनेगा, वो यहाँ पर बिल्कुल नहीं। जब गांधी परिवार से अलग हटके अध्यक्ष बनने लगा, तो आरएसएस और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लोगों को एक तरीके से पच नहीं रहा है। राहुल गांधी जी, सोनिया गांधी जी, चाहे प्रियंका गांधी जी, तीनों हमारे जो सर्वोपरि नेता हैं, उनसे अलग हटके आज अध्यक्ष हमें मिलने जा रहा है। परसों हमें जो 19 तारीख को अध्यक्ष मिलेगा, इसी रणनीति के तहत कांग्रेस पूरी तरीके से मजबूत होगी।
All right, so it will strengthen the Congress party. Sandip Ghosh, one final question to you. The problem of centralization of the power is not just in the Congress, in the BJP as well, isn't it? The instructions come from the top down and everyone has to toe the line. So is this personality, this central-driven politics, is that the trend that will stay, or can that change, or should that change?
See, there are, in any organization today, organizations don't run down the line in the kind of democracy which you think you talk of in an ideal or a perfect situation. Organizations run with a command structure. There has to be a authority and command structure. Otherwise, you don't have a unified vision. But how that vision is developed If it is being developed bottom up, if people are moving and if there is, there is a convergence in all those things, then you have a synchronized organization. The problem in Congress today is there is a total disconnect between the top and the rest of the organization. And they have never tried to, the classic example is Udaipur Chintan Shivir. They formed two so-called high-powered committees. After that, nobody heard anything of those committees. Today, all these things are happening, but Jairam Ramesh, who is the head of the party, is walking with Rahul Gandhi, whereas you're saying there is a president to be elected, and they're saying that's a sideshow. So these kind of contradictions, which causes the problem, where real power rests with a few people, and the other people are totally irrelevant. It is different if it was something, some people took actual concrete decision, took the ownership for the decision. If Narendra Modi is doing something, he is accountable for it also. If tomorrow they lose the election, he's going to take it upon himself. Gandhis don't want to do that, yet want to hold all the authority. That's where the issue you have. And I'll just add to what Ashutosh was saying. I don't think it's Shashi Tharoor's individual candidature that is important. It is the issues which he is raising. I think that is going to, that is having a resonance with a lot of people. And so using the Rahul Gandhi terminology, even if he loses, he can actually claim moral victory for having raised those issues, as opposed to a Kharge, who has been repeatedly emphasizing the status quo, saying that I don't want to be the president. Even if I'm president, I'm going to work for the Gandhis. So that's a change. And if Shashi Tharoor manages to change the narrative there, I think it's to some extent a moral victory, as you'll call it.
All right, Sandip Ghosh, Ashutosh and Sandeep Singh, thanks very much for joining us on this discussion and sharing your perspective on this rather important elections that the Congress party is holding within itself. Thanks very much indeed. We're getting now some breaking